privatize it? How do you want to fix, the economy? Do you want to involve the private sector the more? Do you want to continue to devalue the naira? Do you want to change the currency? Those are the questions that people want to ask. And I think what we should talk about is the fact that rallies have lost the relevance. So when it comes
people
to
can gather themselves and just
exactly, and most of the rallies that we get to see is almost like a rented crowd. People coming for different. People would mobilize. Okay, give the market women, give the youth leaders, give the religious leaders, give them clothes, give them money, let them just come. So at the end of the day, instead of people to tell us what was discussed as those rallies, they get to post pictures alone. The stadium was sold out, 30,000 capacity. People don't even talk about what was discussed. It's open to everybody. A selected people would be in the hall, then the people at home would have the opportunity of viewing. So you look at the composition of debate, but the truth again is this: most Nigerian politicians are beautiful orators. They can sweet talk you into in this country. You think it provides solution to all of the problems in this country, and it practically struggled to keep his state afloat. So debates are good. Now the question again is this: how many of those things that people say are debates do they revise it? This one is this. At the end of the day, it becomes a verbal attack. I've seen a lot of debates, especially gubernatorial debates, that it becomes a verbal attack.
I don't know, Fuad, this is just me. Why are you giving political answer for this question? Hold on. Debates, if someone decides not to partake in debates, does a person
Sandra, Nigerian voters have every right. I can say because I don't like your face, I won't vote for you. I can say because you did not attend debate, but the only time they get to hear constructive conversation from their contestants is at the debate. Because when you see these people at the debate, you feel because someone does not come for debates, he had lost your vote, you have the right to choose how you decide your candidate.
All right. Because the conversation yesterday was some certain people did not come for debates, but they still
win the election, don't even attend debates. But I think there's a bit of a shift, in 2023 now, because of the level of awareness. If you have that number of youths who are registered, INEC has said about 40% of new registrations are students. People. So it means that they would want their presidential candidates, but really you can probe into the minds of these people is at the debates. Half of what you hear at campaign grounds, rallies are just.
I have two things to say.
There's no constitutional backing for it.
You can't hold anybody for saying I don't want to be a part of the debate.
It's just an institution that had come to stay, and it's not something that is.
And it's a global thing, yeah.
It's not something that is peculiar to Nigeria alone. We see the big level debates. We see it even with the big. Talk to the people in a more civil way where people, when you look at rallies, once one person says,
why these presidential candidates would take this particular debate seriously at this time would be that we have a lot of new registrations are undecided voters, people who are still having an open mind, they are still in between trying to, make what they see about candidates. I've seen people, for example, who took them time for them to even say they want to look at a Peter Obi. They just a new voter thing. People now ready to go out there and vote. These candidates would be different because this time they are not just talking to us. People are asking questions. The panel is asking. University got a consultancy job. They explain it.
You don't have the time to explain. Look at issues.
How the group has said that each of the debates and the mental strength of each of the candidates throughout the debate process. Now, that's one silent ballot.
When you have a balanced matchup, you know that this person is coming on this person. You're looking for two people.
People will be watching out for in this debate. So for me, and like you listened yesterday, all of the consensus on the table was that look, any candidate has not attended the debate.
Has lost the vote of like 2-3 people.
Even though unfortunately we may not vote because we'll be busy during the elections.
But if I will, I think I would not vote for you if you don't attend debate. I won't vote for you.
You see that we're all on the same page.
It's an intellectual table. You need to be on that table.
That table, yeah.
Still on this dinner, when we come back, we'll carry on with BALLOT'23 on mainland 98.3 FM, where we focus on the 2023 general elections. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
98.3 Mainland FM. Hey you, what are you listening to?
Sound of Lagos, 98.3 Mainland FM.
Headline news on 98.3 Mainland FM.
Good morning. Headline news on mainland 98.3 FM. Lagos commercial bus drivers begin emergency meeting with security chiefs today amid terror alerts. Serap tells presidential candidates to publish sources of campaign funding for 20. Union urges immediate ceasefire amid DR Congo fighting. And in sports news, details at noon.
Great vibe for your pleasure.
Information, entertainment, and
I want you
news.
to bear in mind, we need to emphasize self-discipline and discipline.
To make you dance from school. Afrobeat. We are Mainland FM. The sound of Lagos.
Hey you, what are you listening to?
Sound of Lagos. 98.3 Mainland FM.
Mainland 98.3 FM. Lagos.
Welcome back. It's still BALLOT'23 on mainland 98.3 FM. And let's keep moving, shall we? The conversation is getting even more interesting. We at these debates now. Maybe that's where we're going to get answers to the question of the how. Because we have experts who are saying that the candidates, the major candidates that we have so far, many of the manifestos lack details and commitment as to how the candidates will address the challenges, right? So, and as it is now, I think we've gotten to a point where we don't just want to hear, oh, I will fix this, I will fix that. Okay, fine. How do you intend to? So we have tax enforcement, okay? And then you have someone like Peter Obi who said it's going to cut the cost of governance sector on how, we can actually make the environment more business enabling. So asking the question as to heart of the focus this morning on BALLOT'23. But as we even go further this morning, there's actually another headline here as we look towards our candidates so far. That's another thing that we need to look deep into, because so far we have seen who had to pay 100 million naira for his primary nomination form, not and all of that. But I'm so sorry. but the question, Labour Party, and yes, it is to publish the source. Now, do you think that they're actually going to do that?
We want accountability. We want you to tell us how you want to spend our money. So if you're going to of AAC, that's African National Congress, someone published all of the monies there. So he broke it down, and I think I've seen quite a lot of political parties do the same thing. But then when it comes to the major form that is 100 million on its own,
the one that PDP said they can't find about how much
that the money disappeared at the secretariat. It is everywhere. In the US, for instance, there's a limit to what individual can contribute to. So all of these things they're institutionalized. You know that, okay, so movement is dropping our interest group, our association of market women, association of youth leaders, a nomination form for one person at the presidential level. So we get to see all of these things. So the question, if you say you want to be accountable to the people, if you say you want to be prudent with spending, me account. Few weeks to primaries, he withdrew his interest. In 2022, he did the same party. He came back and he said he's not contest. So people start asking questions. The monies that you raise for you, or are you going to return the money to the people that donated monies for you? So yes, Serap is asking for the real, whereby someone that already has skeleton in his cupboard is funding your election.